Coach opened the season with a big win over Menlo. How does that confidence help you this week as you prepare for Montana State?
Well, I think opening with a win is always a great thing, and I think it was a great thing for our players. If you look at the past really 6-7 years, Mesa has not won an opening game, and it was a huge thing for our players to win that, and I think it's a great confidence builder. Obviously, we still got some things that we can get better on, but overall, it was a very good performance by our players, and now I think their confidence level is starting to go up, and they're believing even more.
Coach, over 5,000 fans turned out for that game. How nice is it to have that sort of support at home?
Oh, it was a great atmosphere to have that crowd the other night. I mean, opening up on a Saturday night, I mean, it was great because the stands were full. There were people standing around the stadium. Our players even noticed it, and I mean, even during the course of the game, just the band, the cheering, and everything. It was a great environment, great night to start the season.
Bobcats come in ranked number 3 in the nation, but will be without their starting quarterback, Denarius McGee. How have you prepared for this week's game?
We're preparing basically the same way. Denarius McGee is one of the finest quarterbacks in the country this year. I mean, he is phenomenal. He is great with his arm. He's great with his feet. Outstanding young man. And honestly, I shared with our coaches and some of the parents already. I said it's too bad they won't get a chance to see the young man play because he is something special. But as far as our preparation, we're basically preparing the same way. They're not going to change their offense. The guys they have recruited have been recruited to run that type of a system. They still have all of the guys around him, and even though the quarterback basically doesn't have as much college experience, he was a phenomenal high school quarterback, threw for over 5,000 yards his last 2 years in high school, but they've got a lot of experience around him in the offensive line, the receivers, running backs, and so I think they're going to have basically the same game plan, and I think they're going to basically try and do the same things offensively.
What about defensively?
Defensively, they're a team that they have been extremely good defensively. They're great up front. They've got, I believe they're one defensive end led the nation last year in sacks. I think as a pair, they basically led the country in sacks from a defensive end standpoint. They do a lot of games, a lot of movement up front. They're basically a 4-down defense. They don't have to blitz and stunt a lot to get a lot of pressure on most teams, and yet they mix in their blitzes and pressures. So it's going to definitely keep us on our toes, and it's going to be a standpoint that for us, offensively, defensive, special teams, they will be the most talented team, the deepest team, the most depth of anybody that we play this year. So it's going to be an exciting challenge for us, and it's time for our guys to step up and see exactly what we've got.
Speaking of the Mavericks, any changes personnel-wise for us?
Nothing major. Obviously, Eric Kaiser is out this week, so Kyle Duran will start for us and basically play as long as he is doing well on stuff, so that would be the only major change for us. We'll still be using all 3 tailbacks. We'll be rotating in receivers. We're rotating in about 6 to 7 guys in the offensive line. We'll continue to do that. Defensively, we're rotating in up in the defensive line to try to keep guys fresh. And the same thing, we've got basically a couple of linebackers rotating in and out. Hopefully we stay healthy in the secondary and at linebacker. And so, I mean, it'll be pretty much the same situation for us.